Well, it's time. Today, Boca Juniors will know its fate in the Copa Libertadores. The group stage draw is about to begin, and I'm so nervous, man. Like, I have no idea of what's about to happen. As you've seen in my most recent video, Boca are not doing very well recently. A draw and two losses in their last two league games. And in the last game that we played on Saturday, we won 2-1 against Olimpo, a team who is in the third division of Argentinian football, uh, in a game that was like the round of 16 for the cup, basically. And yeah, it was. I'm obviously happy with the win, but it was not a convincing win at all. We had to depend on a lucky penalty that the ref decided to give us, and yeah, just kind of surviving and holding on for the last minutes of the game. It was not a good look at all against a team that we should have beaten way more easily. But it is what it is. We'll take the win. And now we have to see what the draw for the Copa Libertadores, our biggest dream, awaits. Of course, Copa Libertadores, for those who are unaware, it's the CONMEBOL equivalent of the UEFA Champions League. And Boca has won the Copa Libertadores 6 times, and we've been looking for that seventh title for a long time now. We've been to two finals and lost them, unfortunately, ever since we last won it. Yeah, we are not looking good currently. So I'm hoping for an easy draw, because with the way we are playing currently, I feel like if we get a more decent draw, like some very decent teams here and there, we could get knocked down. I wouldn't be surprised if we get grouped, because we are just playing so terrible at the moment. We don't have the players, we don't have a coach to make it out and make a deep run in this tournament. But if we can make it out of the group stage, maybe during the summer window, winter window down here, but in the summer window, we can make some transfers and probably strengthen the squad a bit. And maybe things will work out, but we need to make it out of the group, and for that, we're gonna need an easy group. So I've been looking at the other teams. In Boca is in pot 1 in this draw. The other pots, if I were to select dream draw, I feel like from pot 2 I would probably choose Colo Colo from Chile. I feel like they are the weakest team in pot 2, although they are some other candidates for sure. From pot 3 I would choose Metropolitanos, who is currently sitting near the bottom of the Venezuelan league, so Metropolitanos should be a fairly easy opponent. From pot 4 we cannot get Ñublense because we already have Colo Colo, so we cannot have two Chilean teams in the same group. I'd probably go with something like, I don't know, maybe Deportivo Pereira from Colombia. They are sitting in the middle of the table in Colombia, obviously. And yeah, that will probably be the dream draw. As for the nightmare draw, from pot 2 we could get Corinthians from Brazil. They obviously eliminated us in the round of 16 of the last edition of Copa Libertadores, so that's an opponent I would like to avoid if possible. And from pot 3 it's a bit tricky because there aren't many big clubs here. I would probably go for Alianza Lima. Alianza Lima are on the top of the table of the Peruvian League, are the current champions of the Peruvian League, and have a pretty good squad. Alianza Lima has a very infamous record in Copa Libertadores. They have not won a game in 37 games, which is pretty ridiculous. Like in the last editions of Copa Libertadores, they usually just get a draw or something and probably just lose all of their games. In the last game they played, they actually lost 8-1 to our rivals River Plate in the famous game where Julian Alvarez scored a double hat-trick before going to Manchester City. So Alianza Lima aren't really that good. They don't have a good reputation in Copa Libertadores, but they actually have a good squad for once, so they could pose a threat. The other team from pot 3 that I'm looking at as a possible threat is Aucas from Ecuador. They are not a big club in Ecuador. I don't think they even make top 5 if I have to name big clubs from Ecuador, but they actually had a very good season that obviously qualified them for Copa Libertadores now, and they are sitting comfortable between the top spots of the Ecuadorian League. And the Ecuador League is a very decent league. They've been getting some really good results as of recently. So Aucas is a team that I'm also kind of afraid of. They could play spoiler for sure. And from pot 4, definitely Atlético Mineiro. Atlético Mineiro is the only way that we can get two Brazilian teams, because teams that come from the preliminary stages, like Atlético Mineiro, can go into any group even if they already have a club from their same country. So it's possible to get double Brazilian team if you get Atlético Mineiro and another Brazilian team from another pot. So this would be the nightmare draw where I basically think we have no chance of escaping this group, at least with how bad we are looking currently. Like Boca would need a huge turnaround to make it out of this group. So I'm really hoping that we get somewhat more of an easy draw. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm super nervous. Alright, so the draw is finally gonna start. Of course, Flamengo, for being the current champions, will go directly into Group A. So Flamengo from Brazil already in Group A, that's already known. And now the actual draw is gonna begin. Nacional from Uruguay going into Group B. Of course, this first part of the draw doesn't really matter. Which group you get seated on doesn't matter that much, but we're gonna see where Boca ends up. Could be at any moment. Palmeiras from Brazil, one of the scariest teams in my opinion, going already into Group C. River Plate, of course, our rivals, going into Group D. Independiente del Valle from Ecuador, current champions of Copa Sudamericana, which is the equivalent to the Europa League. I have a lot of faith in this team. I think they can make a deep run, honestly. I feel like people are sleeping on this team once again. They always show up. Oka. Boca Juniors going into Group F. I don't have great feelings about Group F, but let's see if hopefully we get an easy draw. Atlético Paranaense from Brazil going into Group G. And that leaves Olimpia from Paraguay going into Group H. Boca, Group F. We'll see who we face. Ooh, Racing from Argentina going into Group A with Flamengo. Unlucky. Yikes. Feels bad for them. Internacional from Brazil going into Group B with Nacional. That feels weird to say, Nacional and Internacional. Fluminense cannot go with Palmeiras in Group C, so they go into Group D with River. So that's already good for us, because one of the Brazilian teams already out. Two actually, only Corinthians left. Come on, let me see Corinthians right now. Let's go! We avoided all Brazilian teams from pot 2. Palmeiras goes into... Palmeiras is still in Group C. Corinthians going to Group E with Independiente del Valle. And now we gotta see who actually faces Palmeiras in Group C. Barcelona from Ecuador, not the one from Spain obviously, going into Group C with Palmeiras. That's an already huge relief. Many of the big teams that I wanted to avoid, we already did. Let's see who we face. This one is for us. Colo Colo with Boca! Let's go, that was in my dream draw! Shout out to Sebastian, Colo Colo fan. We're going to be seeing each other. Yo! Aucas from Ecuador going into Group A with Flamengo and Racing. Very spicy group already. And we avoided one of the teams that I wanted to avoid, Aucas. So far the draw looking very good for us, I think. Metropolitanos, that's the team I wanted to face in my dream draw, so we're not gonna get that, but that was a bit too much to ask for. They're going to Group B with Nacional and Internacional. Bolívar from Bolivia going into Group C with Palmeiras and Barcelona. Very tough group for them. The Bolivian league is not strong at all, but they are very strong at home, obviously. Who goes with the River? Let's see. Argentinos cannot go with the River because they are both Argentine. So they're going into Group E with Independiente del Valle and Corinthians. That's so hard for Argentinos. Ooh, tough group, tough group. I feel like we are getting the luckiest out of the Argentine clubs so far. Let's see how River get. The strongest, who aren't actually the strongest, from Bolivia, going into River's group. Very tough. Have to go to Bolivia to play. So Melgar, Alianza Lima, and Monagas left for us. Monagas from Venezuela, let's go! Let's go, man! It isn't quite Metropolitanos, but that's still really good. Colo Colo from Chile and Monagas from Venezuela. We got so lucky. Dude, we have to get out of this group. I'm saying, like, we can still get Atlético Mineiro. Like, I'm not gonna get too hyped because we can still get Atlético Mineiro. Alianza Lima is going into Group G with Atlético Paranaense and Libertad. And that leaves Melgar into Group H with Olimpia and Atlético Nacional. It's going so well. Please don't give us Atlético Mineiro. It's all I'm asking for. Independiente Medellín going into Group B with Nacional, Internacional and Metropolitanos. Decent group for them. Group A was Flamengo, Racing, Aucas and Ñublense from Chile is the team that joined, so not too bad, but still very tough group for Racing. They should make it out still, but it's not gonna be easy. Cerro Porteño from Paraguay. We also avoid another strong team. They're going into Group C with Palmeiras, Barcelona, Bolívar. Okay, Atlético Mineiro. I just want to avoid that team, please. Send it to River. Send it to River now. Show me Atlético Mineiro. Show it to me. Sporting Cristal, not quite. River Plate, Fluminense, the strongest, and Sporting Cristal from Peru. Not an easy group for River, but very doable. Atlético Mineiro is still there, dude. I'm getting so scared. Please, not us. Liverpool, not from Anfield, obviously, not from Klopp, from Uruguay, going into Group E, Independiente del Valle, Corinthians, Argentinos Juniors and Liverpool. Oh god, this is us. No, please no. Deportivo Pereira, please. It's a 50-50. Please, Deportivo Pereira, please. Yes! 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 Let's go! Get in! Get in! Come on! Very doable group. Very doable group. Amazing draw. Amazing draw. Two of the three teams that I asked for my dream draw, and another Venezuelan team instead of Metropolitanos. Amazing group. This is very doable. We have to top this group. We have to top this group. Atlético Mineiro goes into Group G instead. Dude, Group F, Boca Juniors, Colo Colo from Chile, Monagas from Venezuela, Deportivo Pereira from Colombia. Dude, we have to top that group, please. At least make it out. Like, there's no way we don't make it out of that group. I don't want to jinx myself, but there's no way we don't make it out of that group. We got handed a very easy draw. We have to make it count. Please. That's so good. Wow, thank you. And Patronato, the last Argentine group, the last Argentine team, going into Group H with Olimpia, Atlético Nacional and Melgar. Dude, that's such a good draw. That's almost what I asked for. I'm so happy. Nice, nice, man. Well, I'm gonna be showing you the groups on screen right now. All the other ones when I get a picture. This looks really good for Boca. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, very excited for Copa Libertadores. It starts next week on Tuesday. We're gonna see how it goes. So I'll be doing videos on that, obviously. If I had to say, from Group A, I think Flamengo and Racing advanced. From Group B, Internacional and Nacional. Group C, Palmeiras and Barcelona. Group D, River and Fluminense. Group E, Independiente del Valle and Corinthians. Group F, Boca and Colo Colo. Group G, Atlético Mineiro and Atlético Paranaense, both Brazilians. And from Group H, Olimpia and Melgar, I'm gonna say. So those are my quick predictions for that. Let's see how it goes. Next week I'll be doing some more content on Copa Libertadores. I'm very, very happy with the draw. Let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.